This old man with terrifying muscles is about to die. As his disciple, I couldn't be happier. Ever since I arrived in this world at the age of 6, this crazy old man has had his eyes on me. Not only did he forcibly take me in, but he also imprisoned me in this broken mountain cave for 20 years. Every day, he subjected me to inhumane training. He even made me eat his specially prepared bugs daily. And from time to time, he'd jump out and beat me up for no reason. But now, I've finally endured long enough. Today, the old man told me he's passed on all his skills to me. Hearing this, I cried tears of joy. I immediately knelt down and bowed deeply. But when I stood back up, the old man had already run out of energy and passed away. I wasn't sad at all about his death. In fact, I felt a little excited. After all this happened in a game world. And that old man was just an NPC in the game. Who would have thought I'd been tortured by an NPC for 20 years? Getting beaten daily? But those hellish days are finally over. Now, let's take a look at the attribute panel. Seeing the top tier attributes displayed, I felt a sense of relief. It seems those 20 years of beatings weren't for nothing. Wait a second, why is my luck stat in the negatives? Whatever, the priority now is to leave this cursed place. But just as I was about to leave the cave, the system issued a terrifying warning sound. Then a barrage of warning windows surrounded me. Warning, player level abnormal, leveling path irregular. System will initialize levels gained through abnormal means. Hearing this warning, I froze on the spot. Initialize? Could it mean? Before I could react, I saw my level dropping rapidly. You've got to be kidding me. Stop. In the next moment, my level had dropped all the way back to level 1. Seeing this, I was completely stunned. Might as well destroy me now. But then, I suddenly remembered something. I quickly opened my attribute panel again. The moment I saw it, I leapt to my feet. What is this? Although my level had been reset, all my max level attributes were still intact. Could it be that only my level was reset? This is way too overpowered. Max level attributes combined with a beginner's level? Is this the kind of plot from novels finally happening to me? Now, it's time to officially leave this wretched place. Olympus continent, here I come, Arthur. Olympus is a virtual reality game created by an AI named Zeus. It has become the main interactive platform for humanity 200 years into the future. Every item and tool in the game can be materialized and brought into the real world. To gain wealth and status, the fastest way is to grow stronger step by step in Olympus. With a teleportation wave, I successfully arrived at the beginner's town. Being 20 years behind the timeline, I couldn't wait to head to the hunting grounds and level up. Excited, I cheerfully made my way toward the city gates. But just as I reached the gate, a soldier stopped me. He sternly asked me about my level. Not fully understanding the situation, I awkwardly replied, "Level 1 why?" The soldier shook his head and said, "Rookie, you're in the wrong place. Try another gate. This is the west gate. It's too dangerous for a beginner like you." Looking around the area outside the city, I wondered, is this zone off limits? The soldier, now visibly impatient, replied, "It's not forbidden to leave. But I've warned you, the weakest monsters here are level 5 fang rabbits. You'd better start somewhere else." But before he could finish speaking, I eagerly stepped outside. Barely 2 steps in, a system message popped up. Guard Nell's Concern quest activated. Reward, 30,000 gold coins. Seeing this quest, I chuckled bitterly. So he really is worried about me, huh? Well, let me show you my skills, guard. Hey, guard, look over here. Just then, a fang rabbit opened its gaping mouth and assumed an attack stance. The guard's expression immediately turned serious. "Hey, be careful, where are you looking?" But I kept smiling and said, "Guard, are you talking about this?" Then I swiftly swung my fist. It landed perfectly on the lunging fang rabbit. Next second, the little rabbit exploded into pieces. Whoa, this little guy sure has a temper. How about all of you come at me together? And so, I took down the fang rabbits swarming from all directions, 1 punch each. The guard was left dumbfounded, mouth agape. What kind of monster is this guy? After finishing off all the rabbits, the guard finally approached me. "You said you're level 1, right?" I smirked at him mischievously. "I am level 1. Don't you guards have access to player stats?" The guard looked puzzled. "Your level is indeed correct. But it's just unbelievable." At that moment, the system displayed a mission completion notice. I couldn't believe it. Just a few punches. And I earned 30,000 coins. And this currency could even be used in the real world. After bidding farewell to the guard, it was time for the advanced hunting grounds. The thrill of being overpowered is amazing. It seems smooth sailing awaits me from now on. But 3 days later, I was put on a bounty list. But I don't even look like that murderer. I opened my stats panel to find out what went wrong. It had to be that negative 99 luck stat, right? During this time, both players and NPCs constantly ambushed me, but I always detected them in time. Reflexively, I countered and sent them flying. I had to defend myself to survive. However, these actions were recorded by the system, and I was upgraded to a top-tier red name. Now I'm wanted across the entire continent. Continental wanted penalties, 100% equipment drop rate upon death, 90% reduction in experience gained, 100% drop in NPC favorability. Since then, both players and NPCs across the continent started hunting me down. Some even rallied others to join the chase, shouting, "We must not let this serial killer, Keitra, escape." Hearing this while running for my life, I muttered, "Wait, who the hell is Keitra?" For days, I hid in the forest, avoiding detection at all costs. Being a hero seemed impossible now. Maybe I should just embrace being a villain. After all, I still have max level stats. Maybe being a top villain wouldn't be so bad after all. But just then, something completely mind-blowing happened. An old man suddenly knelt before me with a group of people. We bow before the Absolute One of the sky platform. The man leading the group broke into tears upon seeing me. It is my greatest honor to meet the descendant of the Absolute One. I can now die without regrets. While I stood there utterly baffled, the system popped up with another notification. Quest. Return of the Absolute One. Difficulty. SSS**. Objective. Earn the approval of the 12 Elders of the Sky. Seeing the quest's difficulty, I couldn't help but gasp. An SSS ranked quest? That's the highest quest rank on the continent. In the past 200 years, only 3 such quests have ever appeared. And those quests required entire nations to complete. But now you're telling me I have to handle it alone? Suddenly, a thought crossed my mind. Could my 20 years of captivity and this bounty all be part of a scripted storyline? I decided to take a closer look at the quest details. Given how respectfully the elders were acting, skipping the story would feel disrespectful, right? It turned out the Absolute One they mentioned was once the most powerful figure on this continent, named Schulte. But during a rebellion, he fell victim to a honey trap and was gravely injured. He became disabled and retreated to a mountain cave to live out his days. Reading this background story, I began to suspect. Could my old master have been connected to Schulte? And was everything I learned over the past 20 years his techniques? The quest details continued to unfold. Objective. Gain the approval of the 12 Elders of the Sky. Failure consequence. Face dire repercussions. Dire repercussions? Are they going to delete my account? Whatever, let's just roll with it. It can't possibly get any worse than this. I turned to the elders and asked. So, you're the Elders of the Sky? The white-robed elder at the front knelt deeply. Yes, my lord. To be recognized by you is the ultimate blessing. I couldn't help but chuckle awkwardly. Recognize you? I don't even know who you are. I had literally just learned about the Sky platform myself. Apparently, 7 of them already supported me. Now I just needed to convince the other 5. Alright then, let's get going. The elders sternly nodded in agreement. We are ready to depart at your command. We've already cleared out the small fry nearby. I led the elders out of the forest, steadily leveling up to level 9. With the red name penalty, leveling was agonizingly slow. At this rate, the elders' trust in me might waver. Looks like it's time to use that strategy. I called the white-robed elder to my side. He was none other than Lu Jun, the first elder of the Sky Demons. I began my Oscar-worthy performance. Elder Lu, there's something I must confess in advance. While I inherited my master's teachings, I am currently under a debilitating debuff. None of my powerful skills are usable right now. But I ask you to trust me. I am destined to become your Absolute One, and I will lead you to glory someday. The elders were moved to tears by my impassioned speech. Their eyes sparkled with admiration and reverence. Without hesitation, they knelt down again. Long live the Absolute One. May you reign for 1,000 years. Suddenly, the scene shifted back to reality. After playing in the virtual pod for so long, I was chugging water like my life depended on it. But then, my little sister burst into the room. Brother, guess what? Our guild just got a juicy new mission. Apparently, there's a serial killer named Katla near the border. I nearly choked on my water. Could she be talking about me? Thankfully, her next words reassured me. No, this Katla guy is a level 40 dual-wielding gunslinger. They're offering a 3 million reward for capturing him. I felt like my sister was being scammed. If my memory serves, Katla's bounty should be over 1 billion. But my sister just grinned cluelessly. Well, our small guild can only aim this high. It's still a lot of money for us. If I get it, I'll treat you to all-you-can-eat barbecue. I sighed internally, thinking, if I wait for her barbecue, I'll starve first. Guess I'll have to help her out. I logged back into the game. The moment I was online, Elder Lu messaged me. My lord, we're being followed. What are your orders? Let's observe for now. We don't know their intentions yet. But the next second, I felt a wave of killing intent behind me. Finally, I found you, imposter. To be continued. Wait a second, did he just call me an imposter? Could he mean that dual gunner? I turned around to confirm. And sure enough, it was the infamous wanted criminal, Katla. He sneered viciously. You little rookie dare impersonate me? Such audacity deserves death as penance. Feeling the overwhelming killing intent radiating from Katla, I couldn't help but feel a little intimidated. This guy was a bona fide level 40 powerhouse. With a 30 level gap in skills and gear, this could easily go south. But then, an idea struck me. Wait, why should I fight him one-on-one? Elder Lu, I shouted, summoning my trump card. In an instant, Elder Lu appeared before me. This time, it was Katla's turn to be shocked. When did this old man show up? I didn't sense him at all. Without hesitation, I issued my command. Kill him for me. Katla, still oblivious to the danger, scoffed. Ha, just a rookie and an old man? Don't try to bluff me. I smirked in response. Still have time to run your mouth, huh? Before I even finished my sentence, Katla's head had already hit the ground. Elder Lu stood calmly, sheathing his blade. I stared in disbelief. What the hell just happened? Wasn't Katla supposed to be level 40? He didn't even last a second. I hadn't even seen how Elder Lu moved. Handing Katla's head to me, Elder Lu spoke solemnly. My lord, I have fulfilled your command. Sweating nervously, I reluctantly accepted the head. This elder is way too op. And just then, the system notification popped up. Bounty on Katla completed. Reward, 1 billion gold. Am I dreaming? Did I just strike it rich so easily? And more importantly, with an elder this powerful by my side,